Well, get down now. There you go. Whew, thank you very much.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Lucinda. How are you?
I'm fine. How you doing?
Good. All right. Let me get this set up, and I'm going to be sharing our screen.
Okay.
All right. Do you see my screen now? Do you see the Remington College screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, good. All right. Then let me go ahead and get rid of this. All right. Okay. Well, welcome to a new term. You ready for all kinds of new fun and exciting topics?
Always.
Always good. Good attitude. All right. Well, we are just getting started in week 1 in leadership. It's the middle of the week. And I asked everyone to give me some information about when these live meetings would work the best.
Yes.
And I had some people who said days. I had some people who said nights. I had some people who said either. So I figured what we would do is try to mix it up a little bit and see if we
Okay.
can hit on to times that different people might be able to hit. Now, of course, if you aren't able to come to the live session, then all you need to do is listen to the archived version and give an overview of it.
Okay.
What we're doing, what we found is that these files get big really quickly, especially if there's voice or pictures, or like here I'm sharing my screen with you.
Yes, ma'am.
The files get too big to attach into the news forum. So what I do is I save them and I create a YouTube video out of them. And I will post that in the news forum. So within a day or so, you will see, for those of you who didn't get to listen live, you should be looking by Friday each week for there to be a news forum item that will say something like week 1 live meeting archive info, something along that line. And then if you go in there, you'll be able to click onto the YouTube and you'll be able to listen to what we did in the live session and do your overview to earn the points.
Okay.
Okay. Remington used to do these live meetings way back when I first started teaching for them, and then they've kind of wavered on and off. They restarted them again last term, and I've had really good responses to them. When I read the overviews, when I have people come to the live sessions, it seems like people are enjoying having these live meetings again. Have you done with them, Lucinda? Have you enjoyed having the information?
This is the first live one I have, but I think I would
Oh, good. Okay.
like this.
All right, and then I see that we've got somebody else who just joined us.
Okay.
I don't know who it is. It's a 318 phone number. If that person, you can type in and let me know who you are so I can give you credit. Hello.
Milton.
Hi, Milton. How are you?
I'm fine. How about yourself?
Good. All right, you're here with Lucinda and I. We were
Hi,
just
Milton.
talking about how to access the archives for the people who can't make it in a live session. There will be a news forum posting with a link to a YouTube, because I will create YouTubes out of our meetings for the people who aren't able to come live. For those of you who do come live, what I do is when we're done with our session, I'll go in and I'll award you the points for having been here with us during the live session. So basically, these are supposed to be less than 30 minutes. They're a quick overview. What I try to do is I try to pull up our homepage for our class for the week and then go through the assignments with you so that you have some idea of what you should be striving towards when you are getting these done. Now, we have let me go back here to the actual week so we can see the other assignments. See if it'll take me back there. Sometimes the back button works and sometimes it doesn't. For this first week, there are 2 discussion boards. There is this live session, there is an assignment, and there is a quiz, which is, pretty much what we're going to see each week. The first 2 discussions, I've seen good participation already. If you go in here, obviously you click and you see the button. You can see that we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people who have replied already to the questions, and your task is to go in and post your main post to the discussion by Wednesday, which of course is today, 250 words, substantive in nature. And then, of course, for you to, before Sunday, when the class week ends, to go in and do at least a couple of great comments to your classmates so that you can earn those points as well. This one was give an example of how you exerted leadership on or off a job where you didn't have a formal leadership position. And those of you who have talked about this already have given some really good examples of taking initiative, of trying to make the situation that you saw at work better than it was. Some of you talk about being new employees, and I said, when you're a new employee, sometimes you get to see the things that could be improved upon a lot easier than people who've been there a long time, because you're kind of a fresh set of eyes who are coming in. So the thing that I will tell you about the discussion boards so that you can be successful with those this term is to make sure that you are meeting at least that 250 word minimum for your main post. When we get into questions that aren't so much your opinion or asking for personal information, I want to make sure that you are aware that you need to be listing sources of research. It's very important for everything you do academically to list your sources. What did you read? What did you consult in order to create your opinion and to show your learning and your research for the particular topic? I'm not so worried with this first one because this one is really giving an example of something that you've done in your past, and so citing a source for that was a little bit harder. So not a big deal if you didn't do that. Now, when we get to the one that is due for Friday, and this is normally how they set up the week, one with a main post due on Wednesday, one due on Friday, and then your comments due by Sunday. This is to identify a business, government, education, or sports leader who you perceive to be charismatic. Explain the basis for your judgment and identify which type of charismatic leader you think this person represents. So this means you need to be doing some research about the different types of charismatic leaders. You can find information in your textbook. You can find information by doing great research out online. But you can see this is asking you for information that should be cited. Kind of a rule of thumb with citation is if it's a fact that the average person walking down the street would know, like the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, and when there are clouds in the sky, it may rain. Those types of things you don't need to cite because that's general information that, as we call it, the man on the street information. When you start citing numbers, figures, facts about people, and start talking about theory and concepts that you're reading about and researching, that's the stuff that you need to be citing. So what you would do is write your main post. At the bottom of the main post, make sure you list the sources of research that you used in order to create that post. So that's one of my hints for you, is to make sure that you have good sources of research. The other thing is to make sure that your comments to your classmates are substantive. We have, I think there are 10 or 9 people in this class. We have enough people in order to have good conversations. Sometimes if we have really small classes, it can be kind of hard to get everyone participating in a timely manner so that there are enough opportunities to give comments. But with 9 people, there are enough people, and I know that that some of you have schedules that are different from others. So we're going to see people posting at different times of the day and night. But I think that there should be enough people here between your classmates and the comments that I make to you guys for you to be able to easily come up with at least 2 great comments to your classmates. We're asking you to respond to at least 3, but we'll be, you're able to earn up to 10 points. Now you can earn 10 points by having 2 great comments, or 3 okay comments, or 5 smaller comments. So it's really kind of up to you how you want to spread those out. But I think just make sure it's something more than, hey, Milton, that was a great post. Thanks for your information. It needs to be something more substantive than that. Okay. All right. Any questions about the discussion boards?
Nope.
No? Everybody good with that? Milton? Questions? Nope.
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Then let's go on to let's talk a little bit about your quizzes. You're going to have a quiz each week until we get to the end of the term. My suggestion for quizzes, a few things. Number one, I always tell people, don't worry about doing it as fast as you can. Some people, I think, get in there and they're like, if I can't get it done in 5 minutes, I'm not going to do it. Well, it's not about being as fast as you can. I would also probably tell you that it's usually better to tackle the quizzes nearer to the end of the week. Why? Because you've had the week to read your assignments, go through the discussion questions, look and see what the assignment is that you're going to be researching. And so you've had a chance to spend some time with the topics. And I think that the quizzes are easier once you have that initial introduction to the topics and you've heard the live chat archive and you're able to kind of think and ponder about them a little bit. I think if you try to jump right in the first day of the week and do the quiz and you haven't read the lessons and given it a little bit of time to sink in, I think you're asking for it to be harder on you than you need it to be. Read the questions carefully. If you don't get it the first time, no big deal. Go back in and read it a second time until you really understand what it's asking of you. Lots of times in multiple choice, there are 2 answers that you very quickly can say, all right, I know it's not those, and you can cross those off, and then you get down to 2. Look for the one that is the best answer. And when in doubt, I say to people, use your common sense. You can be looking at your textbook. You can be looking in the index. You can be looking at the e-chapters to help you out. You can also jump out onto the internet if there's a concept that you're not quite sure of and do a little bit of quick research in another open tab on the internet and see if it helps you to jog your memory as to what the answer may be for the quiz. So take your time, and as I said, I wouldn't leave it for last minute, but I would leave it for later on in the term or later on each week of the term. All right. Questions about quizzes?
No.
No? Okay. All right.
No, ma'am.
All right. Then let's take a look at this first assignment. And what I would like to do with these live sessions each week is to just go over the task, see if you have any questions, and basically I'll add my 2 cents as we get going about some of the topics, maybe some things that you haven't thought about, some critical ways of thinking about them. This first one is not that bad. It's only 250 to 300 words. Now, you can have more than that, but don't be short of it. You don't want to be short of the minimum deliverable lengths because usually they put those length requirements out there for a reason. It's going to take at least that many words in order for you to be able to fully cover the topics. We want you to describe the impact of leadership within 21st century companies. Now, you and I are living in the 21st century right now. Describe how you expect the role of leadership to evolve during the years ahead. Well, if you look back on the 15 years that we've had in this century so far, We've had a lot of political changes. We've had a lot of economic changes. And every single one of us has lived through the economic downturn that took place back in 2008. And we've seen the markets come back up and things get a little bit better. And then in the last couple of weeks, we've seen a lot of volatility again. And lots of times when there is volatility and uncertainty, that's when leaders really shine. What are leaders doing now that will affect the way that organizations pull together, work together, and make it through times of volatility that you have seen? There's all kinds of different things that you can point to. I would take a look at current events, what's going on currently in companies. One thing that I saw yesterday on the news is kind of a little bit of a controversial subject. The CEO of Yahoo, I think it's Yahoo, or Google, one of those, or it may even be Facebook. I can't remember. It's a woman, which we don't see very often. Mm-hmm. She is pregnant with twins, and she has one child. She took 2 weeks off when she had her first child, and she announced yesterday that she is having an easy pregnancy, and she assumes that she will only take 2 weeks off again. Now, this is after she increased the maternity leave for women in her company up to 16 weeks paid, and for men for paternity leave up to 8 weeks. But the controversy seems to be, okay, if your CEO says she's only taking 2 weeks off, how comfortable do you feel taking 8, 10, 12, or 16 weeks? Do you think that she is providing an example that, although it sounds nice that she's willing to only take 2 weeks off, is going to put undue pressure on the rest of the people who work for her? Or do you think that she is being a good leader and saying, look, this is what I expect of my people, but I realize that I'm in a key position, and so I'm going to, if I possibly can, physically bounce back and get back to work as soon as possible. Now, of course, being that she is the CEO of this corporation, she's going to have the monetary wherewithal to hire people to help her. She doesn't have the typical newborn issues, and she's having twins this time, and her other child is going to be 3, so that's going to be 3 children under the age of 3 or under. So my guess would be she's going to have some pretty good help at home taking care of those kids, the kind of help that maybe you and I couldn't afford to have. So even if we wanted to go back to work after 2 weeks, we could bounce back. But, look at current events. Look and see what people are doing and see whether or not you agree with that, what you think the impact of leadership is. Leadership, it's a little bit easier for leaders to get out in front of their people nowadays with technology. You don't have to get everyone together in one big meeting. You can Skype meetings. You can do meetings like we're doing here. Mm-hmm. You can record messages and send it out in emails. You can do YouTubes. You can do all kinds of things so that your leader may be sitting in Minneapolis, Minnesota, but you may be working in a division of the company in Hong Kong. But, in real time or in very close proximity to real time, you can actually physically see the leader and hear what the message is coming out of his or her mouth. So I think technology has definitely changed the impact of leadership in this new century. And so we want you to talk about what you think the role of leadership is going to evolve into over the years ahead. And again, this would be the type of thing that you would want to do some research and cite some references for. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Questions, comments, concerns?
No, you never can me. I never can think of anything until after.
After the fact. You'll be all full of questions after the fact. All right. Milton, any questions from you on any of these things?
Ooh, none at this time.
Okay. All right. Anything seem unwieldy about the class? Everything is going okay? You're able to navigate through the classroom, get to all of the assignments? You're finding everything that you need in the virtual campus? So far, so good?
So far, so good. I've been here for a while, so.
Yeah, so this is old hat. And Milton, you've been around for a while too, haven't you?
Yes, ma'am. 3 months.
Yeah, so you guys are pretty much old hat at this virtual campus thing and knowing how to get around. Okay. All right. So as I said at the beginning of our little discussion today, people have said that they prefer days. People have said they prefer nights. People have said they don't care. So I think what we'll try to do during this 5 weeks is come up with some daytimes and some evenings in order to kind of spread the love around here and give people a chance to come on in and listen live. It's not the end of the world, obviously, if you can't listen live, because all you need to do then is go in and do a nice overview of what we've talked about and post it in the live meeting session. Oops, sorry, I hit the wrong button here. Let's see. Let me go back here and show you just quickly. And then if you go ahead and click here on the live session, then you would go in and you would post an overview as much as you can of what has gone on, what transpired during the archived session that you listened to. And again, I'll go ahead, I will turn this into a YouTube and post it into the news forum. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So Lashunda and Milton, I will go ahead and give you guys credit for having attended live. For everyone else, hopefully they will come on in and listen to the YouTube version and post a synopsis. So
It's always going to be on the Wednesday, though, Dr. Foss?
no, not necessarily.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I'm going to try to change it up. You know, we've got 9 people.
Okay.
And when you add myself, it's amazing how many different schedules you can get going when you've got 10 people. 10 different schedules. How's that sound? So I'm going to try to change up the day and, like I said, go day and night. And if it's a night session, it would probably be a Monday night or a Tuesday, because Wednesday nights and Thursday nights I'm actually teaching live on ground at a campus near me.
Okay.
So, you know, and I would like to have these posted ASAP before Friday. So, you know, we're probably looking at either Wednesdays during the day or maybe a Monday evening. You know, we'll see as time goes on. But of course, this coming week we have a holiday, so it won't be.
Oh, we do? I didn't know that.
It is Labor Day on Monday.
It's my birthday.
Happy early birthday, Milton. So a holiday and a birthday all rolled up in one. Hopefully some of you will have the day off. And if you do, kick back and enjoy the day. So it would not be next Monday, but I will post something after I get this one posted. I'll let you know how next week is looking, and we'll choose another time. Next week may be another daytime session, and then maybe we'll switch over for weeks 3 and 4 into the evening, and we'll see what we do. Okay?
Okay, I appreciate it.
All right, everybody, go ahead and have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week and work on your tasks.
You too. Thank you.
All right, take care. Bye-bye, Milton.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.